Cosmic Octave original podcast.
We're live at the Bacon Fest, off panel, off topic. Jake's laughing too fucking hard. But what do you think about pro wrestling, Jake?
Well, I don't know. We haven't started yet.
Okay, that wasn't very loud.
We haven't started yet.
Sweet, but it's gonna be fucking awesome. Bacon Fest, baby. All right, so we just got done with Bacon Fest. We were there for about an hour. We got to see some pro wrestling. What'd you think, Jake?
I thought the storytelling needed some work, but you know, it's indie wrestling. For what I saw for a little hour slice of things at Bacon Fest.
I thought it was great, man. I really got into it.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it was my first pro wrestling show in like 2 years.
I've never been to one, so I was just like super excited. Lots of great sound drops that we'll drop to you on the show.
Hit him with the German.
Hit him with the German. Go Tassels!
Fire pants.
Fire pants. Okay, but we'll talk to you later. Right now, I've had a ton of bacon, and I got to take
We
a
apologize
shit.
in advance if the audio sucks. We're
We're
just recording from our phones, so
you're
if it
recording.
Sucks, we apologize
from your fucking phone.
Your phone.
Oh, all right, cool. I'm with you. Me and Jake running down the street with a handful of comic books, kicking ass and banging chicks and drinking booze.
No, not
and
me.
smoking weed.
I'm married.
Yeah, well,
I'm married.
Jake,
Can't do that.
Yeah. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.
What? That's right, Skeletor. What was that?
What the fuck happened
Wow.
to our show? What?
Yeah, that was from live reports from Bacon Fest.
Yeah. I'm super comfortable right now.
Why are you're gonna fall, it seems like.
You're gonna fucking fall.
You recline that chair so far back. I've never seen it go that far.
You're such a little piece of shit.
I am the theater of the minding you. Open your mind.
So we went to Bacon Fest.
Yeah, the
yesterday.
prices were steep.
$1 million, bitch.
No, it didn't cost that much. I
Thank
don't know.
God I
'cause-
got free tickets.
Yeah, we got gifted some free tickets from Tyler's work.
Mm-hmm.
And
I had never been. It's the 14th annual. It used to be.
I think it's a blue ribbon thing, right?
Yeah. Blue Ribbon Bacon Festival.
Yeah, because Lincoln had one.
Yeah, it was the Bacon Gras.
Yeah.
Was the theme this year, which okay.
It's like a Mardi Gras
I
thing.
saw some dudes with some serious fucking beads, and if you know anything about Mardi Gras itself, those little shitty beads that you get when you go to the bars here in Iowa, like that's not what's going to get you any titties down in Mardi Gras.
Jeez.
No, I'm serious. My buddy Derek has gone down to Mardi Gras multiple times.
Yeah.
I know this is crass, but they still show titties for beads down there, okay? So I'm going to say titties. And he brought back, I actually have a collection of really fantastic,
Tits?
like really ornate Mardi Gras beads because he brought them back. And he gave me like 2 or 3 of them, and I still have them somewhere. I don't really go to the bars anymore, but if I ever did up here in Iowa, I would take them and probably see some spectacular titties. But did you see the one dude who had the heart like this big and shit around his?
No, I didn't see that.
You didn't see the guy with the giant beads around
Well,
his...
first of all, I didn't know we could wear costumes, and I would have wore a costume. So,
lot of hey, check out my boobs, check out my...
well, I mean, if there's a chance to dress like a sexy something,
Why not?
why not?
I was not complaining.
I'm all for it.
I was saying that we saw a lot of it.
Express yourself, as that song would say.
Express yourself.
You know what's funny? I don't think of that song. I think of the when Ice Cube sampled it. I always think of that song
That's weird.
because that's where my brain goes.
That's not weird. So,
it's 'cause
I got tickets through work.
Anyway,
right?
yeah, back to Bacon Fest. We're not talking about Ice Cube.
Okay. So first things first, like I'm at the station, and I realize because it's usually downtown, I thought, but it's not. I figure out like right before I go downstairs to meet Jake. I'm like, okay.
He'd already
left. Yeah, but he lives like 15 minutes away from town. So okay, so we're down there. And I'm like, let me check and make sure so I know like what parking garage I want to try for. You know, because I figured we park in a parking garage.
Oh, wait a minute.
It's in Clive. You know, so okay.
Yeah.
So it makes more sense to go park at this other place. And then he gets in my car. We go down to the thing. And I'm going to park across the street. But you know what? We go through there. And there's like these 2 strips of parking that like aren't connected to anything. The Burger King is closed. It's not really part of the Casey's. It's not. So it's like, fuck it, let's park here. So we parked real close. It was nice out, gorgeous out.
Yeah, gorgeous. It was 40 degrees, but for the last...
When we got out, it was nice.
The last few days when it's been like 7 degrees outside, you know, I'll gladly take a 40-degree day.
That's how, you know, we're Midwesterners.
Yeah,
is we were like, oh, dude, it's hoodie weather.
Anybody listening to this outside the Midwest are like, 40 fucking degrees? Are you people insane?
California and Texas are like, I'm bundling up. Like,
Yeah,
so it was fun.
It was. I was
first one.
We did make a joke because of us just two dudes going. I did make a joke. I'm like, this seems like a bro date kind of.
I knew that you were wrong when you said that. Oh, I thought you were saying Sausage Fest.
No. Yeah. I was saying like it's just something that you and some guys would do. You know, just
totally
a group of dudes. Because
like
when
his wife is totally setting him off like with a sandwich.
And I'm not saying there weren't women.
And
there,
like $20.
There were plenty of women, but it just seemed funny because we kept seeing like groups. Like when you can point out it, not necessarily that this was a bachelor party, but it's like when you can point out bachelor parties and stuff. Like you could point out like, oh, these are just a couple of dudes who just want to walk around and eat some meat. And you know what? That's what I wanted to do. Yeah. And I was joking with you about this in the car when we parked. I'm like, I love this idea of Bacon Fest because it is some dude somewhere was like, how about we just find different ways to make bacon?
And I'm pissed that I didn't think of it.
And we just have it, and then we'll have some pro wrestling and live music, and it's just dudes walking around eating meat. And you know what? It's simple, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed for however long we were there.
I'll say this: the price was free. So
had I had paid for it, I'd probably be a little bit disappointed.
Did we spend any money? We didn't, did we? Or did you?
No, because I
got that with the drink tickets.
I got a beer, but that was 2 drink tickets. So
I got 2 sodas with my 2 drink tickets.
So I never bought anything, and I still had to drive home. So I only had the 1 beer. I was like, I don't really need to drink. So yeah.
It was literally just something to sip.
Because the last thing I want to do is call up my pregnant wife, who's almost 9 months pregnant at this point. To be like, hey, honey, when you get off work, which I'm glad you're doing, while I'm fucking hammered at Bacon Fest, but can you come pick me up, please?
Yeah.
Be real shitty.
So we walked around, and
which is growth, because a couple years ago, I might have considered it.
Yeah. So I'll say this: Jake is a lot more reserved in public than he used to be.
I am, yeah.
But you have a lot more to lose than I do. If you, that's how I took it yesterday. Is like, it's not like you were just like totally not like you were cheering and stuff and clapping and right. I was just more.
Well, you know what's funny is I honestly think it's.
I feel like I have less to lose.
No, let me explain this. Because I feel like a lot of people could relate to this. I think it's been COVID. I think it's been the 2 years that we've been dealing with this has kind of. I haven't been out to a bigger event. I mean,
I kind of put it out of my mind when we were in there, I think. And that's why it didn't affect me, I think.
Yeah, but that caused me to have some weird social anxiety that I've never really had before. And
that's fair.
I'm fine. I mean, I was totally fine. Like I wasn't.
No, you weren't like.
I wasn't having a panic attack or anything like that. No, I just honestly, it's true. I'm trying to be more conscious about this because this is probably the last time I'm going to do something with a big group of people for a long time. Yeah. Because I have the baby on the way, and now I'm also kind of in this thing where like I don't really want to do that anymore because I don't want to risk. And I mean, I'm vaccinated, I'm boosted, but I don't want to risk bringing that home. So I don't know. I got in my own head about it, and I probably could have had more fun.
Here's the other thing.
I wasn't thinking about that.
Like in a year from now, or maybe even 2 years, right? When the baby's a little older, and you say you and Ashley both go to that would be like a fun couples thing. I think,
Yeah,
that would be something you both could enjoy.
I don't. Here, my problem with it is probably the same problem you had. I just didn't feel like there was enough vendors to really make it with.
True.
If we had paid for it,
I'm talking about like I was saying like the reason why a lot of people like yourself don't really do it for him anymore is because like you're not really looking for anything. And I feel like a lot of those large
had I been
groups-
drinking, it probably would have had a little bit more fun.
right? But we didn't need to.
I didn't want to, yeah.
Yeah, and like honestly,
I don't really
like,
drink that much anymore anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more suited for those because I'm still looking for the woman of my dreams. But I had a lot of fun, and the pro wrestling, I really got into it. I got into it a lot more than I thought I would.
I honestly, I'm.
Can we talk about?
No, I want to. Well, that's what's funny about it is, it was Impact Pro Wrestling. It's a local Iowa promotion.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to their next show, which is next
But we couldn't
weekend.
understand it.
No, I wanted to go to the show next week, but the problem is I have other things going on. One, it's the Batman. No, I'm kidding. It's because I have baby showers and baby things to do. And then
just kidding.
I was going to go see the Batman afterwards.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to be able to see that show. But it's a local thing, so I would not mind going to other shows.
I got a picture with the champ after he retained his belt.
Jeffries. He's in a triple threat match next week.
Who was he fighting again? He was fighting the dude with the
I don't know.
Metallica t-shirt.
Well, here's the problem. Let's get into that. So we mostly went just to eat some bacon and watch some fucking indie pro wrestling because I've never been to like an indie show or anything like this. Because
I've never been to a live
and you've
wrestling event.
and
I was super excited.
I've been to like 5 or 6 WWE shows.
This is what dudes do. I'm not a guy, but there are some guy things that I love,
Yeah,
and one of them
absolutely.
is live pro wrestling.
No, it is.
It sounds fun to me.
Because, look, I'm not saying that women
monster truck
look,
rallies.
I'm not saying that
Which
women
we're still going to.
Shut up. I'm saying that women don't. I'm not saying that women don't enjoy pro wrestling. Women enjoy pro wrestling.
There are a lot of ladies there.
Yeah, but I think there's just a different level, like you're talking about, when it's just you and a buddy, and you're just like, let's go to this wrestling show and just get totally, if you have an Uber or something, let's get trashed and watch this wrestling show, whatever. And I tell you, man, it is so much fun because when you got a friend that just says, okay, I don't really care about wrestling, but I'm going to embrace this and I'm going to boo.
You have to.
And I'm going to cheer.
Yes.
Because then you're a part of say what you will about pro wrestling. Mm-hmm. And look, believe me, as someone who's watched pro wrestling for a good portion of my life, there are some really shit, like really dumb fucking shit that I cannot defend.
Yep.
And then there's some really amazing shit where I point to, I'm like, this is why I love this. And I think that's what makes indie shows so fun, and just this little slice that I got to experience of an indie show, because they're a lot freer with their characters, so they could do shit that you could do on the indie level that you can't do on TV. It would just wouldn't work. It's just like before we found out he was a alleged rapist, piece of shit. There's this guy named Joey Ryan. His main move was the guy went to grab him on the dick, and he used his dick to flip the guy over. And his big super move was he just beats people with his penis. It's stupid, doesn't work on TV, but it's funny as hell in an indie show. You know what I mean?
That's funny as shit.
But anyway, you were saying with your experience, because you've never been to a wrestling show.
I used to watch pro wrestling a lot back in the
90s,
in the
90s.
early 80s. They had a cartoon show.
Oh yeah,
and it was like all the wrestlers as like little kids. And Captain Lou Albano was
like
a
Hulk Hogan
staple.
something. I know that.
Yeah, but like Junkyard Dog and Roddy Piper, and there was villain kids, and then there was and of course it was all the the villain wrestlers like Ivan the Terrible and the Iron Sheik, but they were all kids and they had these adventures, but it was interspersed with like live action stuff. Back then, pro wrestling as it wasn't really on TV, so that was kind of cool to see. But also, I think my favorite thing about it was that you just I liked the characters, I liked all that shit, and then I watched a lot of it when NWO was first coming out and everything, and I really was a big fan of Sting, and Goldberg was one of my favorites. So I'm a little ahead of like Stone Cold and John Cena and all that. But what I want to say about wrestlers is there's no doubt in my mind, and why it shouldn't be a surprise at all to any of us that guys like John Cena, Dave Bautista,
great
The Rock
actors,
are doing so well at so many different things.
Good actors are what they do. Yeah. I wouldn't say great actors, but I'm saying they like.
Think about it like this: a pro wrestler has to be 4 things at once. He has to be an athlete, first and foremost. Secondly, he has to be an actor, okay? Third, he has to be an MC.
For himself, yeah.
And fourth, he has to be a stuntman. That's 4 fucking things you have to be every night or whatever that you're wrestling.
And that's why a lot of guys, and we've talked about this before on the show, that's why a lot of pro wrestlers, when they go off and do these movies, they're so surprised that, like, oh, we can do another take. Because they're so used to having a live audience, and
they usually don't.
And that's what's funny is you got sucked into it because you were forced to be a part of it, and that's what I love about pro wrestling is the audience is such a crucial component.
I feel like I was talking to somebody yesterday about it, and I was saying like, look, we all understand that this is silly, like. Ultimately, this is silly.
It's stupid.
What's going on ahead of it, in front of us, is really silly. The guys dressed in costumes, it's really silly. All of this, the fact that we're watching it, the fact that we're excited. But if we all embrace the stupidity and the silliness, it's going to be so much more enjoyable for everybody. The wrestlers are going to have a better time, and we're going to have a better time.
And that's why there's so much overlap between. Like comic book fans and pro wrestling fans, because when you embrace that, yes, sometimes this stuff is going to be really fucking stupid and silly and out there, but then underneath there's always compelling, cool stories you can tell. And there's times that pro wrestling's hooked me in where when Daniel Bryan was making his big run where all these arenas were chanting yes, they were chanting this, Tyler.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's what it was. It was 3 yeses. But no, I was a part of that. I was in an arena on the road to WrestleMania, as they would call it. Yeah. And he had a match with Randy Orton, and everybody in that fucking arena was compelled and was rooting.
I would
for
love
this
to
guy.
see it like in a big arena.
So
like that,
so that's what I mean. Like,
yeah.
There's always that element to it of you invest yourself, and that's why I love it, and how upfront they are. Like, yeah, they're characters. We made this shit up. It's fucking, and it's all, the joke has always been it's soap opera for guys, and that's fine. But like you were talking about, it is really fun for that hour that I got to just turn my brain off and just watch a bunch of dudes slap each other
and just be part of the
bunch of dudes choreograph fight each other.
It was very choreographed too. I mean, it was fun. They did some crazy moves.
I'm the one who told you this. I go, if you watch, whenever they're in a move, you can tell one of them is saying something in the other guy's ear. They're literally calling, and that's what's so cool about pro wrestling. They're choreographing it on the spot.
Here's how I would have done Bacon Fest. Here, take note. Not that you're listening. But here's how I would have done it differently, okay? As soon as the band got done, I would have turned the PA for that entire big-ass room onto the guy's mic. Because there's
the mic kept fucking up.
No.
You couldn't hear anything.
It was the mic was not that loud, but also they started playing music on the PA where the band was going to play in an hour. Because there was music playing back there, and that's why, and I'm like, just hook his mic into the PA system for the whole fucking room.
Yeah.
Like, make people know, like, hey, right now, this hour, pro fucking wrestling, get your ass over here. Mm-hmm. That's what I would have done differently, because then we could have fucking heard what was going on.
Yeah. Because we couldn't hear anything. No. And they had
it started off weird, too.
Yeah,
it was like
they had a weird segment where this guy was...
With a guy with a bottle of water
and
squirting him.
Like a cat. And,
weird.
And then
this Cajun dude.
First of all, let me tell you something. This is what I love about it being
it just started.
A Bacon Fest. I'm going to take the mic off to pretend I'm in the ring.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
To tell you how this guy got over for heel heat, which is
tried to. It
hilarious.
Didn't work very well, though.
And this is the thing. Nobody knows who to cheer for, by the way, because nobody really follows this unless you're like really into the Impact Pro Wrestling, which again you should be. Support
absolutely
support local wrestling.
We should actually see if we can get one of those guys on the show.
Man,
I'll bet you they would.
Man, I would love to go to one of their shows.
See if we can get Jeffries on the show, man. Steve Irwin lookalike.
He told me he liked my Macho Man shirt, so there you go.
Yeah, dude.
Anyway, so I'm gonna role play as this guy. First of all, there's a grown adult in a fucking alligator suit at this point who's acting like a cat, and he's spraying him with a water bottle.
Very reminiscent of the Gimp scene in Pulp Fiction.
This is one of those things with pro wrestling where I'm like, okay, I get it.
Wondering what's going on.
You got to have a silly segment to get everybody in to be like, what the fuck is going on? But here's a guy in the ring. Bacon sucks.
And he didn't get the reaction he thought.
It's an inferior meat.
Yeah. It was great because we're like, I kind of tried to be like, boo, but like nobody else was because everybody had just sat down and nobody knew what was going on yet.
I'm gonna give a writer's note here. Should have made him vegan. Should have made him a vegan. Bacon sucks, and you're all fat losers, and I know that because I'm a vegan.
Yeah,
that's
like killing animals is wrong or something.
Exactly. Because
make him a PETA fucking
listen,
PETA.
people. If you're gonna write pro wrestling,
a PETA Peter,
write something that's actually a okay cause, but make it annoying.
Inferior, yeah.
Like Daniel Bryan, speaking of Daniel Bryan earlier, his last run, his last WWE title, shut up, his last WWE title run, his whole gimmick was first of all, he changed the belt to be hemp, like it was a hemp strap instead of leather because it killed cows, which, again, not a bad cause. And then his whole thing is he was the planet's champion, and he was like for climate change and all this stuff. So he became the villain. See, it's not a bad cause. See, if you want to write a good heel, it's got to be a good cause, but wrestling fans hate him because we have to live in bizarro world.
So after we watch this like kind of shit show, because again, nobody really knows what's going on, and the mic is terrible.
So then after that, we have, again, another situation of who we were rooting for. This guy comes out in this big gold cape, this man bun, blonde hair.
Well, no. First, the Cajun guy came out.
Oh God, that segment never ended.
But I felt like we should cheer for the Cajun guy, so I was cheering for the Cajun guy who couldn't hear him at all. Anyway, but they were teasing like the other match. At 2 o'clock was going to be another hour, which we were not. Let's just say the Bacon Fest clientele was not my crowd, and that's fine. That's fair. But we were there.
Just really full.
Yeah. We were there, and then please tell us about the man bun guy because that was fun.
Yeah, so he comes out with gold cape.
Really
people don't know who to root for or anything, so we cheer for him. And then he's like, "You all suck," and we're like, "Okay, so you're the bad guy now."
Yep.
So then this other guy comes out. By the way, this is a title match. I didn't know that guy.
That's fucking great. I had
the
no
guy
idea.
had the belt. I didn't know it was a title match.
When I got to Bacon Fest, I had no idea that I would see the belt change hands. But man, it did.
What a night! It's
just an impromptu.
So then
there were
this
two
guy,
fucking title
this
matches.
other guy comes out who I don't know. We called him
Fire Pants.
The fans called him Fire Pants
because he had fire in his pants
early in the report.
He had a big old thing called the ugly stick, and if you saw it wrong, yeah, go ahead.
What did it look like? If you saw it wrong, Tyler, what?
Give me a fuck.
Give me a fuck.
There were a couple times you swing it around. I was like, did that just say "give me a fuck"?
How did you get?
I don't know. Give me a fuck. Give me a dick. Give me a vagina. Yeah. I don't know. Jake's dying. No, but I got pictures of it, which is great.
Give me a fuck.
Here's what I was pissed
I'll
about.
root for that guy
Because it was a fun match, I thought. The guys were both really into it.
Yeah.
Solid wrestling. The heel was really... He was exactly what you want. He was kind of... he wasn't, bad looking, so he's kind of, like a golden boy type of thing.
No, I'm kidding. No, he's a good looking guy.
No, but I mean, like, he's the kind of guy you love to hate, and the other guy was like more of he had a stick, so he was more of a working man. He's more of a lunch pail guy, as they call him on.
He was an outcast type,
Right? Yeah, he's the underdog
because he had like eye makeup.
He's fighting the upper class. But
he had like this weird face paint. I don't know what it was.
He won.
You did win,
but he did not use the ugly stick. And
that's what we were saying.
We kept thinking he was going to use it because he had him.
But see, the trick was the bad guy was going to use the belt, and he reversed it and then smacked his face on the belt.
Yeah, and that's how he
won, which is a pretty cool way to win.
That was a fucking badass move too.
I was laughing because in my head I'm like, he's going to pick up the stick and swat it away swat the belt away with the stick.
I don't know. Well, that was good. And then who was next? It was Jimmy Wild and the King of the Universe.
Gable Galileo, which, by the way,
really good name
in a fucking Extreme title match. next week.
He is.
I love how I'm promoting this show for them.
It was a good show, and he was interesting.
I liked his character.
He just walked out with a crown on, and his
He was
name
the king
on
of
his
the
butt,
universe.
and he's like, "See, I got the crown. I'm the king." And that's what he said. I could hear him yelling, "I'm the king of the universe. You see, I got a crown." And I just laughed so hard because I'm like, "It's true. He's got a crown.
He's the king of the universe.
He's got a fucking. Who are you gonna? Who's gonna come down?
Space on his pants.
Who's gonna come down from the skies and say, "No, I'm the fucking king of the universe"?
Yeah, so then Jimmy Wild come out, which, first of all, Jimmy, if you're listening, come out to Wild Side by fucking Motley Crue if you're going to come out to any song, because your name's fucking Wild.
What did he come out to?
Take a ride on the wild side. You know that song?
What did he come out to?
I don't know. I don't fucking
I can't remember. There was a
all
lot
I
going on,
remember
okay,
is-
folks?
I wouldn't have thought of this joke. I got to give props to the couple in front of me, because the husband or boyfriend or whatever,
It was an older couple. Probably husband and wife.
he said, yeah, nothing says the good guy like construction tape tights. And I started laughing because I would have never thought that of construction tape.
Because once you
But it
saw
looked like-
it, you
it looked like-
couldn't unsee it, too.
Yeah, it was black. It was yellow and black, and it was diagonal striped, and it looked like police tape or like fucking construction tape,
Yeah.
construction site tape. So we were laughing our asses off the whole time, and every time. And look, it was a fun match. Again,
They
solid,
were all fun matches.
solid work.
Yep.
Like they're not, you know.
The
Again,
choreography was top notch.
it's indie wrestling, so they're not quite, up to the level
Sure.
of like WWE or
It's
AEW.
very
or
clearly
whatever, but
not. They're very clearly not hitting each other.
they're still amateurs. You know,
Yes.
they're still working at.
It's very
But-
stage hitting. Yeah.
But honestly, it's still good, and
Yeah.
it was a solid match. It was entertaining. But what was so great about it is, anytime he did something, I'd be like, "Wild!" I kept just saying that, and then he wins the match. Jimmy Wild
Yeah.
does. He's the good guy. Well, first of all, he came out in a leather jacket and a T-shirt, which makes me laugh because
The funny thing
This is what I love
he
about
gets
Bro-
in the ring. The
Yeah.
King of the Universe.
he's not
starts
even done with his entrance. That bastard.
He starts beating him up like while he's trying to take his coat off and shit.
Well, no, that's why I laugh, because that's such a pro
Wild.
wrestling thing.
Yeah.
Because as
Fuck you, man.
Jimmy Wild is in the corner, takes his shirt off, and then lays back in the corner. Jimmy, if you got enough to take your shirt off, you could probably hit the guy.
Yeah, that's right. And then he lays down right in front of the turnbuckle
which
to
is
get
what-
kneed in the fucking face.
But this is what I'm saying. Have him hit Gable Galileo out of the way so he has enough time to throw his shirt
Yeah.
off into the crowd
Yep.
and then get back into fighting. I've seen it done a million times.
back to the match before, just real quick.
Because you were laughing at me because he was in
Yeah.
the corner. I was like, he better take his shirt off. And then he did.
No, we kept. We were really like there were some times like I started saying like, "Hey, that's illegal,"
Yeah.
and like just as a joke.
Well, at one point I said, do it for America.
But no shit, by the end of that hour, I was saying it and I meant it. I was like, "Ref, you can't possibly be
well,
missing
we
that,"
forgot to
you know?
mention during the Gable Galileo
Yeah.
and the fucking Jimmy Wild match.
Yeah. That was when they first
was a guy
actually came
behind
out.
us.
There was a big thing.
Yeah, there was an open space.
Yeah.
So they were having fighting on the outside.
that was
of
kind
the
of
ring.
cool. So they got the audience
And the
involved.
whole
Anyway.
time, there's this dude behind us, and he's had a few beers.
Yeah, you can tell.
And he's
He
like,
looked like Ogre's kid.
and he's
from
one of
the-
those guys that likes to call out wrestling moves. And it's funny because, okay, so what he wanted was a German suplex. I want to be clear because when I said this joke to my wife, she didn't get it. And I was like, oh, sorry. Because I'm assuming everybody knows what that
Sorry,
means.
but it's so fucking
So out
great.
of context, when you say
You
that,
want to party with this guy.
because she thought the bad guy was a German character. That's what she thought when I said it. Because this guy was behind us, and they're fighting on the outside, and he just goes, "Hit him with the German! Hit him with a German on the outside!" And then I was laughing because Tyler was thinking I was a witch. Because every so often I'm like, he's gonna say it again. He's gonna say it, and like, here he goes, and then he just goes, "Hit him with the German!" Like that.
But here's the best part. He was so big. He was such a massive guy that like he really wasn't shouting. Like I don't want to hear
No,
that guy really
his
shout.
voice was just that loud.
Yeah, he's just that loud.
Because
Like,
he was casually taking a sip of beer when he
yeah,
was
like-
saying
yeah, like-
this shit.
Like we have to say it like that, but his actual like volume and tone was
Yeah.
hit him with the German. but it would just carry, and it was just so fucking great because
So he just kept
his
saying
face
it,
was
dude.
red, his eyes were blank. You knew he was just fucking hammer time.
I wish we could have recorded that.
Oh, but you know he would have taken it to be like, you want to fight or so. I don't know.
No, well, I did. Well,
I wanted to party with that guy.
but I wanted to put that on a T-shirt. Hit him with the German.
Yeah.
And Ashley just assumed that the bad guy was a German character or something, which is a fair assumption because that's very wrestling.
Yeah.
Like that they would do that. But yeah, so
And there was a guy
that
sitting down in front of us who was pretty good too. He came up with get up tassels.
Yeah, well, that was at the main event. So before
Yeah.
that, we have a match with one guy who's clearly dressed up like Rambo, and
He comes out and he gives.
he slaps everybody's hands, and one guy goes, "I'm never washing this hand again." Look, it was so funny.
The dude standing up with the Giants hat on too.
Oh my god,
That guy was fucking pissed.
every
drunk,
time it was
man.
a near fall, he'd be like, "Come on, that was 3. I counted 3."
Yeah.
And then I would get in and I'd be like, "Fast count, ref. It was awful fast."
And it was funny how depending on who you supported, and we usually all of us supported the good
Yeah.
guy. The good guy would get it felt like a fast count would be like, hey,
Yeah.
and then like the bad guy would get a slow
way.
count. It's so funny how we turned on the ref,
Yeah.
who was not really doing anything.
Well, that match was Max Chill versus some dude I never got his name because he didn't see. A lot of the guys had the name on the ass, so I could figure out who they were,
right.
which was good.
But
So he's fighting this dude who's clearly dressed like Rambo, and I made a stupid dad joke because he was wearing camouflage pants. I'm like, Tyler, look, he has no legs. And Tyler hesitated for a second. I was like, shut up.
No, I knew
You
what you were
fucking
doing,
idiot.
but I was like, because here's the thing: I was watching Kevin Meaney that morning, and he did stuff in the '80s, and he had a whole bit about camouflage pants, like I can't see you, ha ha ha. And we saw a camouflage car the other day. It was painted camouflage, and just to make a point, I hit it. I couldn't see you. And so you told, literally, 3 hours later, you're telling me this joke, and I'm like, oh my God, enough with the camouflage jokes.
Because I tried it twice. It didn't work either time.
I was just like, I already had my fill this morning, my man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Anyway,
fun.
so
it was great.
he lost because the ref was distracted.
Yeah, bullshit, dude.
And he got hit below the belt.
He had nipples on his. He had eyes on.
No,
his
that was the
nipples.
quote of the day.
Yep. He had eyes.
It was
on his
above
nipples.
his nipples. There were tattooed.
It makes more sense.
No.
It's better sound.
How does it make more sense that
It's
he
a
has
better
eyes on his
sound
nipples?
drop.
That man
It's a
would
better
never
sound-
take his shirt off.
Better sound drop.
We're not using that.
And then the main event
His eyes as nipples?
was after that, right?
Yeah, that was Jeffries against some dude in dirt bike pants.
With a Metallica shirt. Who was a
Yes.
dirty fighter, by the way.
Yeah.
The guy was and dude, no, the best part about Jeffries is he comes out to
Party in the USA
by
by
fucking Miley Cyrus. And at one point, I was like, get up! Miley would. What did I say about Miley?
Do it
for Miley, or Miley would want you to, or something like that.
And then I said, "Do it for America."
Yeah, and he had
because he wear these American flag tassel pants.
and they were like, okay, they were basically denim colored like chaps with all of these
Did he have
tassels.
a headband on too?
No, maybe at first
He took it off. I think.
I
Before.
think so, but he looked like some dude who just got done like at the strip club. Like, I mean, he did not look like a wrestler, but they were basically denim colored chaps with Jeffries on the butt, and then all of the tassels were colored red, white, or blue.
Yeah.
And they were kind of, in a pattern. And then he had like a jacket on, but he looked like Mark Slaughter. He looked like the lead singer from Slaughter.
I think he kind of looked like Marty Jannetty back in the day.
But I got a picture with him, dude.
You did, and he let you wear the belt.
Fucking that belt is heavy, dude.
Yeah, those belts.
I was
are no
expecting
joke.
it to be like that little piece of shit that you got up here. Whoa, sorry.
Wow.
Wow. Is it-
that fucking $10 toy belt you're gonna talk shit on? No, back when
For
I
a second you had me, I'm like, dude.
back when I did a wrestling podcast, one of the guys had a replica of that belt that you're looking at, the big gold belt.
Yeah.
For wrestling fans that
Yeah.
understand that. And yeah, that shit's heavy. That's like 10 to 15 pounds.
I actually, when I was looking for a trophy for my fantasy football show, I was looking online. There's a ton of online trophy shops, and there's tons of options, right? And there's like perpetual ones, which I wanted to get, but those are expensive as fuck. And then one that I really liked, I thought about getting a wrestling belt for the show, and like the cheapest one I could find was like $95. I'm like, free engraving. Yeah, it's the $95 I'm really worried about.
Yeah.
But it was a fucking blast.
It was
I got
fun.
my picture taken
Yeah.
with him. We got Get Up Fire Pants.
Hit him with the German, of
Hit him with the
course.
German, of course, yeah. I ate a lot of turkey bacon. Yeah.
Yeah, good times.
A lot of cool costumes. I swear to God, there's the guy with the purple fedora sitting sitting like to our left in the
Yeah.
middle. I swear to God, that guy shows up on TV at Vikings games. No, him and his friend both wear the same costumes. They're like the Vikings Mafia or some stupid shit.
Vikings Mafia.
Yeah, they're like that's
Yeah.
their gig or something.
All right, Tyler. So let's transition out of Bacon Fest.
Are we done really? Because we actually did other
that was
things
it.
after that. We went to the comic book
Yeah,
store.
we'll get to that. Well, do you want to do that first? We
No,
still
I
have
don't
to
care.
talk about.
No, if you have a rundown in mind, let's follow it. No, I didn't know we
I
had
know.
one. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Let's go, you bitch.
Well, I'm still going to talk about. So, we went to the comic shop.
Yep.
I picked up the first 2 volumes of Scott Snyder's run on Batman, Court of Owls and City
Greg
of Owls.
Capullo.
Greg Capullo. Good stuff. I love that because I also have volume 3, Death of the Family.
Way to go,
Which is his
Scott
Joker
Snyder,
story.
for actually somehow making Batman like exciting again. With like, how do you make a villain? He successfully makes us believe that these people have been in Gotham all this time. You know,
Yeah,
And
and,
it's
and I think a lot of
kinda
that is because
horrifying.
Scott Snyder's style is he likes to have a lot of history in his lore. Like even with his like non DC stuff, he likes to have a lot of built-in history that he can reference to, and it does it does work to make you think that the owls have existed this whole time.
yeah.
And
It's
so,
horrifying, really.
but so you picked up a couple books.
I got.
We'll have, but
oh,
I'm,
yeah.
not, I'm not going to talk about that today because I haven't really dove into the Batman stuff. But I was going to talk about Transmetropolitan.
Are we doing Jake Unlimited and Long?
I'm not.
Box?
Yeah, we'll just do that first, and then we'll do the Batman sequel stuff I want to talk about.
That's fine.
Which, speaking of which, Courting of Owls, Robert Pattinson has said in interviews that he would like to, if he gets another chance to play Batman, he would like to do a Court of Owls story. And I think with what Matt Reeves is doing, what I've seen in this, just trailers, I think that would be a fucking obvious choice to go like, yeah, let's lean into that horror aspect.
I gotta be
Batman.
honest. I've seen the early reactions and already like I'm excited about it. Like
Yeah.
I don't usually get excited about like Batman or DC movies, but this is one that I'm gonna have to go see.
So I haven't had really a chance to dive into Scott Snyder stuff, but if they're going to lean more towards his stuff in these future movies, I'm into it. But anyway, you got a book that you've been wanting to read. You haven't had a chance to read yet. Not Saga, because they did not. They had issue 56, but not issue 55 at every comic shop we went
I
to.
completely missed. Well, we only went to 2, but I completely missed.
Well, there's only 2 in town, really.
Here's the thing. Saga ended with a huge cliffhanger in 54 like 3 years ago. Now, okay, I didn't discover, I had known about it for years, but I didn't discover it and start reading it until what, like last summer?
Yeah.
And then I devoured the entire run.
Yeah.
And
I
so
had another friend that did the same thing.
by like September or October, I'm like, when are they coming back? Because I knew they were on hiatus. And lucky me, that this following like last month is when they were coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So
with 2 issues.
can you imagine the people who've been waiting 3 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's none left. I might be able to order it, but I don't know. And I'll wait until I have 56, but again, it ended on such a huge cliffhanger. If you read the series, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I cannot read 56 until I read 55.
Yeah.
So that's going to be tough.
But you wanted to talk
Whatever.
about Silver Surfer Rebirth, right?
Yeah, let's do the long box Roman candle.
No.
It's an in joke.
No.
No pizza time. So I grew up in the 90s and late 80s, early 90s, and I collected comics. I probably stopped collecting comics around 1992 or 3. And in 86 or 7, they came out with the first Silver Surfer solo comic. At this point, he was trapped on Earth. Galactus had trapped him. And because of way back in the 60s, when he defied Galactus when he tried to eat the Earth. So Silver Surfer is, like, for most of the 70s and 80s, is just this random background character. He's nothing like he is today.
Yeah.
And he's just trapped on Earth, so he pops up every once in a while. And the Fantastic Four help find a way to get him off the Earth. And blah, blah, blah. It turns into this whole series. And it ends up leading into Infinity Gauntlet. So it becomes one of the most important series of the 90s. The Silver Surfer, that style of that logo comes from that series. The original logo for it was really neon looking, and it was stupid. But Ron Mars, first Jim Starlin, but then Ron Mars, and then Ron Lim, who, I gotta be honest, man, your style hasn't changed that much in like 30 years, dude. Anyway, so that was like for 50 issues or more, it was that creative team. It was a huge run. And they built all this shit up to and including into the Infinity Gauntlet saga and whatnot, right? So I see this brand new series of Silver Surfer Rebirth. I loved Silver Surfer Black, where it basically explains that the entire Marvel universe, the universe that the Marvel universe resides in, 616, exists, and all the life exists because the Silver Surfer gave his life way back in the pre-eons because of that series. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Nice job, Donnie Cates, right?
Yeah, Silver Surfer
he's
Black.
The one who wrote that. Yeah, Silver Surfer Black. So I'm like, cool. I wonder what they're gonna do with him. No shit. It's like I could have picked up a back issue of the 90s fucking Silver Surfer series. Do not pick up this book. It is a waste of your money.
Whoa.
And guess what's happening? They have to find one of the Infinity Stones. And Thanos needs his help. But first they distrust each other and they fight for a whole issue. That's number 1. Boo. Number 2. Let me explain what we're doing here. And here's a bunch of crap about the Infinity. I gotta be honest. Fuck you, Marvel. Fuck your fucking self, you fucking goddamn money grubbing fucking whores. That is literally, you could have just reprinted. I saw, by the way, you fuckers, I see these X Factor and X-Men Legends where it's reprints of the X Factor series that Louise and Walt Simonson did, which introduced not only Apocalypse, but also the Four Horsemen into the X-Men mythos. These great fucking issues. I see you reprinting them and selling them for $4 fucking dollars. You suck, Marvel. Eat a fucking bag of dicks. Get something original or leave me the fuck alone. Jeez. After yesterday, I am going to be a long time coming before I go back into a comic book store. And being a Marvel shill, those days are over.
What about Maestro? Still wanted to read that.
Fuck. It probably would.
You still need to give me those Beta Ray Bill books.
I will
read those.
No, I'm just saying, like, if I'm pissed about it because honestly, I also read Ghost Rider #1.
Why did you do that? That was $6. Oh, because they brought back Johnny Blaze?
Yeah, and guess who he looks like? Danny Ketch. Wow. Hey, let's take all the fucking things that made Johnny Blaze original, like his cool leather costume and his actual flaming skull, and like his kind of like weird bike, but not really demonic with like flaming wheel. Let's fucking take all that away. And let's make him look exactly like the Danny.
Yeah, and then how the spikes and
exactly
have the bike that looks like Danny Ketch. Yeah,
fuck off, Marvel.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
It's kind of a good horror story, honestly. Like,
well, that's the thing. That's the thing. Benjamin Percy's a great writer.
Yeah, it's actually like but not $7 fucking dollars, man.
No, fuck that.
Off.
No.
Fucking
no, I don't care what #1 it is. It's not worth that. No.
I had a little bit of money to scratch to burn, and I'm not sorry I did it. I'm not. Because...
no, I'm honestly interested in the book, because it looks like, just based on what I've seen, it's a straight-up horror book.
But let me tell you what's
really cool about
Let me tell you what I did pick up that was really good was The Excellent, which is Peter Milligan and Mike and Laura Allred coming back to reprise, to basically make a new series based off their excellent series, X-Statix, from back in the early aughts, I think, which is what X-Force transitioned into. The original X-Force book that Liefeld started eventually transitioned into X-Statix, which, again, if you like the all-red books like Madman, the Silver Surfer books he did, he's done some stuff with DC. He did a whole Bug series for DC, which is one of the lower casts of the new Darkseid lives on Apocalypse, and the other ones live on New
Heaven. I think
Sure,
isn't it
something like that?
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a lower case system on that planet called Bugs, and they're foragers, and one of them was like a hero during the battle for the anti-life equation back in the 80s. So he actually made a book, the All Reds did, and he's just a fucking fantastic artist. He just is great. I love it.
Yeah.
So, and that was number one and only $4.
No.
Marvel, you fucks. Your books are not worth
you done?
$4.
You done?
I guess so. Oh, I also picked up a Winnipeg Jets Funko Pop, which now all I need is a Minnesota Vikings Funko Pop, and then I have all 4 of my teams. Not like you give a shit, Jake.
Anyway,
I've got a family.
I'm not. I don't want to
And
talk.
a
I don't
house.
want to talk about Jake Unlimited anymore. Because seriously, fuck Comixology Unlimited.
You know what, dude? Jake, I want to.
You know what they did? They did all the things I said last week.
Oh, did
And
they?
then they go back on it and be like, "We're sorry about that. We'll fix it." And in translation, it should have been like, "Well, it should have been fixed in the first fucking place."
Yeah, but did they fix it or not?
I don't care. I don't care. They had 5 fucking years to figure this shit out. Amazon acquired them forever ago.
I'm sorry.
Had all this time to figure this shit out.
You don't say that Amazon is an evil corporation that needs to be stopped.
Yes, they're very greedy.
Yes.
Very greedy. Anyway, so what I wanted to talk about on Jake's long box, because fuck you, comics. Look at my dog right now. He is just sprawled out. He is tired.
Dude, he's
You know what? We're calling this Jake's Pizza Time.
Pizza time.
nice. Yes! Let's do it.
Nice. Jake's nice time.
$1 million, bitch.
That's what you get if you can come up with a better name. But anyway, Jake Unlimited, I want to talk about Transmetropolitan. That's the book I've been really sinking my teeth into. So I'm reading Year One, which is actually what's great about this book is it's a 5-year run by Warren Ellis, and you can get the trades like you normally would, which would probably be about the 5 issues or whatever, 5 or 6 issues, but he has them as book 1, year 1. So for each, it's 5 books for the 5-year run. So each book has 12 issues. So that's, I think, is really cool because he was actually I think he was on time the whole run of Transmetropolitan,
Which is rare.
And I think to me what that indicates is he knew the 60, because even with say a book like Chew that was 60 issues, it didn't make a 5-year run because of delays and everything like that. So just the fact that he was able to do that without delays was pretty impressive.
Yeah, because oftentimes, especially with independent comic books, like things fucking happen, life happens, and so sometimes there's delays for whatever reason.
Yeah, and especially working with DC, I'm sure it's probably anyway.
Oh, dude, when Image first started.
Well, no, this isn't an Image book. Transmetropolitan's a verdict.
No, I know. I'm saying
gotcha.
A great example of bad timing and bad whatever is when Image first came out, like Spawn and Savage Dragon and all those, like they were coming out on the reg, and Liefeld had 4 series which were all crap and the same. But the first one came out, and then it was 6 months before number 2 came out, and in the meantime 3 other number 1s came out, and you're like, hey, concentrate on one, dickhead, and that's not even that good. Have I talked about how much I hate Rob Liefeld?
No, I get it. I don't like him very much either.
Sorry.
What?
Anyway, no, I'm just over halfway done with the first book, and I am amazed.
looks good.
When I was talking to you, I thought it was published. It was first published in 2002, and I was like, "Oh no, it ended in 2002." So this book started in 1997, and I shit you not, Tyler. You can say this about a lot of work, but this book that is over 20 years old is still one of the most relevant pieces of comic books that I've ever read. Like, it's insane what fucking Warren Ellis was on when he wrote this.
I already read the back. I read the synopsis on the back and kind of flipped through the first few pages, and I'm already hooked.
Well, I'm someone I love.
As soon as you're done with
I
it, I
love
want to read it.
Cyberpunk. Like that genre in general. So I was already kind of interested in it, and it was actually a coworker who got me onto it because I was looking through Comixology Unlimited when I actually liked them, and I saw it was available, and I was like, because we were talking about like comic book properties that we would want to see as shows and stuff like that, and he's like, I still can't believe they haven't developed Transmetropolitan as a show. And I go, I've heard of that, but I've never read it. Is it any good? And he goes, oh, dude, I got the first book. I'll bring it to you. You got to fucking read it. It's just unbelievable.
Have you looked up whether they have or not?
No, they haven't, because I'll get to that in a little bit. Because Patrick Stewart is fucking obsessed with this book and has been trying to make a movie based on it for years. For like decades. He's trying to make a fucking... And... their whole thing was they just said that they couldn't film it. They thought it was like Watchmen, where it was like, you can't film this. It's unfilmable. But now...
then animate it. We've shown that adult animation
but
works.
I think that's also was being said at like in the year 2004. So what I'm saying is, in 2010 even, and I'm saying that like we have gotten to the point in production value in television that I feel like, and especially this story, like how big this is, I feel like it has to be told as a TV show, because there's so much. Because
it should, you know what it should be is it should be like 12 episode seasons.
Well, yeah, because they're 12 issues a year, and then your first season's year one. Like,
and
you
could
just
make it a
honestly,
whole
you could. But then again, I wouldn't want to watch that, because I don't want to watch them just straight up following the book. Because then I should just read the book. What's the point of watching the show? You know what I mean? But
why don't you shut up?
Anyway, the whole, for those of you who haven't read it, the whole gist of it is there's a guy. The main character's name is Spider Jerusalem.
Did you say jizz?
Spider Jerusalem, and he lives in a mountain away from the city because he went crazy. He's a writer, he's a journalist, and he just didn't want to be in the city anymore. It made him nuts. And I'm like, as I get older, I understand you, Spider, on so many levels. But he also has a book deal where he has to write books for this publisher who he calls the Whore Hopper. And he owes him books, so he has to get back to the city and get back to writing. And the first story arc is about these beings called transients. And what they are is humans that have modified themselves into becoming aliens. And I'm sitting there reading this, and this is the first 3 issues of this series, and I'm sitting there thinking, like, how... This also shows you how long we've been living with transgender people, and how just now recently it's gotten into the cultural zeitgeist, and we were talking about it openly, and not in a good way most of the time. Thanks, Republicans. But what I'm saying is, this book came out in 1997, and he already has the first 3 issues is a transgender allegory. And I'm like, holy fuck, how did this book come out in 1997? And then I had another thought of like, oh yeah, trans people have been around forever. We just haven't talked about them until the last 5 or so years openly, and like I said, not in a good way.
Egyptian Queen Hatshepsut was made all of her statues male, not because she's transgender, but because she wanted to be remembered.
Yeah. But it was such and it was sad because it still mirrors what we're dealing with now, because at a certain part in that first arc, there's a riot and the cops march in and brutally beat the transient people because they're in the poor part of the city. Once again, this book is so fucking smart where it goes, not only is it a trans allegory, it's also a classist allegory, and it's showing like any sort of minority group will be put in the poorest part of the city and be cycled into all of this shit. And I'm like, I'm reading it and I'm thinking like, this is what good political sci-fi should do, and it's a satire as well, because the book is also fucking funny as hell. And it's so damn good. And I can't believe I had not read it until now.
The reason why it's so much science fiction, and you know, a lot of like...
So that's my recommendation for you to read it, and I will let you read it once I'm finished.
Yeah, definitely. But science fiction, the reason why it's so good is because it uses science. It uses readily available data and science to kind of, you know, project, you know, you can imagine like how things might progress. Jules Verne is one of the first sci-fi writers, really, that we know of, anyway.
Yeah. I mean, how many times
in the modern era?
How many times has sci-fi come true?
Yeah, exactly. You know, and Isaac Asimov, and you know, all those guys, but they were really fucking smart. And so is Warren Ellis, and you know, so
he has a book.
He predicts stuff he's smart enough to use all of these. I like Warren Ellis. You were talking about I thought you were talking about a different book when you.
Oh, when we were talking about it before. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, and he also has a really good book that I love called Crooked Little Vein, and it's like a detective book, but it's hilarious, and that's another thing too. This book is so good at not only having the social commentary that somehow has been timeless and continues to be relevant. Oh yeah, because we have the same fucking problems all the time. But it also not only does it do that, but it's so funny, and it's like, what I love about it too is Ellis knows what he's doing with the story, and he'll take issues off. Like he'll go, first 3 issues is this deep, heavy thing, and then issue 4 is on the stump, and it's literally Spider Jerusalem going to a party where the president of the United States is, breaking into the bathroom that he's in, and being like, "Fuck you, I'm back." So I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure you don't get reelected, because he said any sort of vote for him is a vote for evil. And I'm like, holy fuck! In 1997, Warren Ellis fucking predicted Trump. Right there, because the guy even says they don't care about people that have policy or politicians. They want TV stars. They want celebrities. And I'm like, son of a bitch, this guy in 1997 was calling his shot on Donald fucking Trump. And you know what you find out more from the 80s and 90s? They warned us about Trump for a long fucking time.
Yep.
Anyway, great book. Time. Love it. And let's wrap it up. This is going to be a long episode.
I thought we were talking about the Batman stuff.
We are. It's going to be a long episode. That's what I mean.
Fucking hurry up.
We're almost an hour in, and we haven't even got to that.
Hurry up, bitch.
No, we're not running through this. We're taking our time.
No,
you wanted to talk about your stupid comics.
I meant hurry up and get to it.
I know. Take your pants off. All right.
All right.
I'm talking to the listener. Take your pants off. This is a journey.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So now we're going to talk about the batshit crazy canceled Batman sequels. Here on Off Panel, Off Topic.
Off Panel, Off Topic. Coming at you with a new segment we like to call What If? Because what if is trademark bird. Fucking Marvel. Fuck you, Marvel.
I had to say that. Hey, that's the reality.
That's the reality. All right, let's get into it. So, Tim Burton's first time directing The Caped Crusader was a critical and commercial success. The movie grossed over $400 million on a $35 to $48 million budget. It was such a success that WB greenlit Batman Returns, as we know it. And this was another huge success, which would obviously mean that we have a slam dunk, because this made not as much as the first Batman, but it made $266.89 million on a $65 to $80 million budget. So they still made money. Still made not as much as the first one, but they made a lot of money. So that means we got a slam dunk for Tim Burton's Batman 3, right?
No. Although he is attached as a producer on Batman.
Yeah, he produced the Schumachers.
Batman Forever?
Yeah, he both of them.
Both of them?
Yeah, he produced the Schumacher movies. Anyway, before we even get to
every day on set with those must have just been a nightmare for him. Like all the fucking bright lights. Like, what the hell?
So before we even get to the third Burton Batman movie, we got to talk about the Catwoman spinoff that never came to be. So after the success of Batman Returns and Michelle Pfeiffer's portrayal as Selena Kyle, WB wanted a movie.
Yep.
Burton became attached as a director, while producer Denis Villeneuve and writer Daniel, I could be completely misspelling that, and it's probably Denise, I'm sorry, roll with me here. Daniel Waters also returned, and in January 1994, Tim Burton was unsure of his plans to direct Catwoman or an adaptation of The Fall of the House of Usher. So he's already like, I don't know, man. I kind of want to do this weird Edgar Allan Poe movie instead of doing this fucking cash grab. So on June 6th, 1995, Daniel Waters turned in his Catwoman script to Warner Brothers the same day as Batman Forever was released. Burton was still being courted to direct, but Waters joked, quote, turning it in the day Batman Forever opened may not have been my best logistical move, in that it's the celebration of the fun for the whole family Batman. Catwoman is definitely not a fun for the whole family script.
Yeah.
And in August 1995, Michelle Pfeiffer was interviewed, and she reiterated her interest in the spinoff, but explained her priorities would be challenged as a mother and commitments to other projects. So the film toiled around in development hell for years.
And then it became the Halle Berry shit show.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's the
She won an Oscar like the year before that, folks. No shit.
Just goes to show.
She also picked up her own Razzie.
She did.
Yep. So
I gotta respect.
Classy.
Classic.
Dude, she still is such a smoke show too, man. She's got to be like 50.
She's older than that.
She's still such a smoke
No,
show.
she looks great.
Great.
So let's talk about
Fantastic.
Let's talk the actual Tim Burton planned third Batman film. It's titled Batman Continues. Because that's lame. The first planned follow-up to Tim Burton's Batman was Batman Continues, and this was Burton's original vision for the third Batman movie. Batman Continues would have Keaton back as the Caped Crusader and would have continued with Michelle Pfeiffer and Billy D. Williams reprising their Catwoman and Harvey Dent roles.
Yes. Two-Face.
By having all these characters and their actors back, Batman Continues would have brought together all three films. Of course, there was also talks of Robin Williams being in it, by the way. I fucked up my notes here.
As who?
Anyway,
the Riddler?
I'm going to... It was talking. Sorry, I was thinking of Robin Williams, but it was Billy D. Williams. I see where I made my mistake, because Robin Williams plays a part in this story later. So anyway, all of them would be back, and they would have served as a proper sequel to Batman Returns. But it just when it didn't come together, it also was worth pointing out that Batman Forever does keep a lot of plot points from this movie. So maybe it wasn't as good as we thought. So Keaton was also pushing to make it an origin story. Michael Keaton was very adamant of being like, let's do something unique and take the third movie and take time to develop who Batman is in this movie, which makes sense because those first two Burton movies don't really touch on early Bruce Wayne. It just straight drops you in as, oh, Batman's here, he exists, he's a part of the world. That's it. There's no... Yeah, they keep doing the parents getting shot shit, but it's not like... I was in my house and their bat broke through the window and I became a Le Batman. I don't know why I said it like that.
Le Batman.
Le Batman.
I was having wine and cheese.
So originally, Robin was intended to appear in Batman for Tim Burton, and there are even storyboards dedicated to the origin sequence that sets the death of his parents in the circus, just as it ended up being used in Batman Forever. So Robin was also going...
I just watched that last week.
Yeah, so Robin was originally going to be mentioned in the first Batman and then show up in Batman Continues.
Okay.
And, of course, he was going to be Marlon Wayans.
Yes, he still gets checks.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome, dude. At some point in my life, I want to be like that, where I get a residual check every year for a fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, who is the guy at the Mets? Bobby Bonilla?
Oh, yeah.
Every year they still have to pay him
It's Bobby Bonilla Day. Or something.
Like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I would love to have something like that.
Somebody fucks the system. Fuck them.
Yeah, because he signed a contract that guaranteed him whatever, and even if they didn't use his stuff, which they didn't.
So you mentioned Marlon Wayans getting residuals. He does, because Marlon Wayans was cast to play Robin in Batman Returns, but again, Burton decided to leave him out because there were too many characters involved already. And the director did intend to bring him back in Batman 3, but then he left, and Joel Schumacher recast the character with Chris O'Donnell. Recast the character that had never appeared on screen.
Yeah.
Wayans might have been disappointed, but he still got paid despite not shooting a minute of Batman footage, and still gets paid to this day.
Yeah, that's insane, dude.
Yeah. So
That's awesome too.
Also, Tim Burton revealed in commentary for the original Batman he wanted to use Billy D. Williams not only as Harvey Dent, but as he had been in the first movie, but also as Two-Face. So he always planned on Billy D. being, which would have been fucking cool, dude. Billy D. Williams as Two-Face, that's a slam dunk.
Yeah.
I would watch that fucking movie. Yeah. He intended for the character to return in the third Batman movie after sitting out the second. But there were plans to have him in the Max Shrek role of early drafts of Batman Returns. So he was going to be in that too. In that draft, Catwoman would have electrocuted Dent and set him to turn into Two-Face in Batman Continues. Unfortunately, when the film changed hands, Williams was cut out and replaced by Tommy Lee Jones. Also because Warner Brothers were little bitches and they couldn't handle the idea of having a white character be a black man in their movies.
Also,
I mean, you could say they didn't, but they definitely did.
I just watched the movie, and Tommy Lee, I know you can't sanction any of Jim Carrey's buffoonery, but have you seen how you
that's
performed in that?
That's why, I think.
Because you suck too, man.
Well, dude, in the 90s, Tommy Lee was doing a lot of weird fucking roles like that. Tommy Lee Jones was chewing scenery and everything, and I think that's why he hated Jim Carrey so much, because like, hey, you're doing my shtick. But anyway. Next.
Fucking babies.
That's only one, baby. We got more, and they get weirder as we go along. So here is the next canceled Batman movie. It was called Batman Unchained, or also known as Batman Triumphant. During the filming of Batman, this is after Batman and Robin. During the filming of Batman and Robin...
After Batman and Robin?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Wonder Brothers was impressed with the dailies. This prompted them to see... So they didn't see the finished project. So they were like
this is why production companies should not be in charge of movies, or movie studios should not be in charge of movies.
Yeah, why would you look at...
Because they're fucking stupid.
A completely unfinished product...
I really like it.
And be like, all right, make a sequel to that.
You know what I really like about it? I really like it.
Oh, you mean you haven't edited together anything? It's just daily footage? It doesn't matter. Good enough for me.
It looks like toys. It looks like a whole lot of toy merchandise money for me.
Well, they've said multiple times that movie only exists to sell toys.
No
Batman,
shit.
Batman and Robin?
No.
So anyway, this...
Don't believe
They were so impressed by those dailies, they prompted them to immediately hire Joel Schumacher to return as director for the fifth film. But writer Akiva Goldsman, who worked on Batman Forever and Batman and Robin with Schumacher, turned down the chance to write the script.
Thanks.
In late 1996, Warner Brothers and Schumacher hired Mark Prozodovich, I believe, to write the script for the fifth Batman film. Mm-hmm. The project was a mid-1990 release, and it was announced it was titled Batman Unchained. Prozodovich's script had the Scarecrow as the main villain.
Okay.
And would bring back the franchise in a more serious and darker direction, unlike the previous two films.
Sure.
Which I don't really know if that would work, considering it's hard to get a director to go from Batman Forever and Batman and Robin to
you gotta go
Batman Unchained.
You had to reboot it like Nolan did.
Listen to this script because it's fucking bonkers.
This sounds great.
The script dealt with Batman learning to conquer fear and confront the demons of his past.
Okay.
The Joker this is what's great because this is used later in a different thing. So the Joker would return as a hallucination in Batman's mind caused by the Scarecrow's fear toxin, along with Penguin, Catwoman, Two-Face, and the Riddler all together to judge the hero on trial. So the Joker showing up as a hallucination because of Scarecrow's fear toxin is actually a plot point that is used in the video game Batman Arkham Knight. There's a point in that game when you get hit with a bunch of fear toxin, and so the rest of the game, while you're doing things, Joker keeps showing up on screen as a hallucination to like taunt you throughout the game.
That's kind of cool.
And so it's hilarious that was originally planned in a movie like this, and then you see it in a video game that's done it much better.
So what else happens in this shit show?
So Harley Quinn also appears as Toymaker, written as the Joker's daughter, trying to get revenge on Batman for the Joker's death. Then Crane discovers Batman's identity and forms an alliance with Harley to lead him to madness and lock him in Arkham Asylum.
Okay.
I like the idea of Harley Quinn being Joker's daughter.
Sure.
It's a twist. Oh, Jesus. It's a twist. It's just jam the mic in my mouth. It's a twist.
Oh.
Fucking M. Night Shyamalan.
It's a twit. It's a twit.
It's a twit. So in the script, Robin abandons Batman for disagreements, but he returns during the final battle to help his mentor. After defeating his enemies and his demons, Bruce makes a trip to Bali and enters a cave full of bats, with them flying around him as proof for having conquered his fears.
Oh my God.
George Clooney and Chris O'Donnell were set to reprise their roles of Batman and Robin, respectively, and Schumacher was offered the part of Scarecrow to Nick Cage, which would have been fucking awesome. I'm not going to pretend it wouldn't. That would have been great. 90s Cage as Scarecrow? Are you fucking joking, man? Make that movie yesterday.
Let's be honest, though. Clooney was probably the...
You're going to love this. Guess who was cast... Who was going to be cast for Harley? Just guess.
Okay,
keep in mind, it's 99, around that time.
It's not Kim Basinger. I don't know.
I'll give you a hint. It's a musician.
Sheryl Crow.
Courtney Love. After the failure of the box office and negative reception for Batman and Robin, this was thrown out.
I'm glad.
Look of terror on your face. I've never seen. It was like I looked into the darkness and the darkness was looking back at me like that. All right, you ready to hear about another Batman movie?
Sure.
All right, let's talk about Batman Dark Knight. But here's the thing. Dark Knight is spelled Darknight. It's fucking edgy. Lee Shapiro and Steve, hopefully no relation to Ben, Lee Shapiro and Stephen Wise drafted the script, and the project was being shepherded by WB executive Greg Silverman without input from Joel Schumacher, who had been exiled from the franchise at this point. So this is a new take. No Schumacher. Bruce Wayne is in self-imposed inclusion from life because he feels that he lost his greatest weapons in the fight against crime, his mystique and his enemy's fear. Dick Grayson attends Gotham University, trying to discover who he is apart from his guardian and unwilling to return as Robin without him. Meanwhile, Dr. Jonathan Crane, so we're still bringing in Scarecrow here, uses his position as a professor of psychology at Gotham University and as a resident psychiatrist at Arkham Asylum to conduct his experiments in fear. Now, I like that. I like the Gotham University idea. I think that's cool. Yeah. And I also like the idea that they're going to be like, okay, so Dick's going to try it, which to me, this sounds like
Dick Grayson and somehow gets out of him that Bruce Wayne is Batman.
Well, I also think this is
kind of cool.
This is kind of a cool idea of like them leading towards Dick being Nightwing, which is what I would have liked, because he seems like he doesn't want to be Robin anymore. He's trying to get out of his shadow. Why wouldn't you just progressively just be like,
yeah, asshole.
Nightwing? Anyway, so during a vengeful conversation,
asshole.
Oh man, you're gonna love this because you think it's Scarecrow, just Scarecrow, buddy. You're fucking wrong. So, Crane is talking shit at Arkham Asylum, conducting experiments. So during his vengeful confrontation with a colleague, Dr. Kirk Langstrom. Oh yeah, buddy. Jonathan Crane unknowingly initiates Kirk's transition into the creature known as Man-Bat.
Oh, so hard right now.
Honestly, dude, if Scarecrow and Man-Bat are a villain in like a dark, creepy Batman movie, I'm into it.
Dude, my brother and I, when we were younger kids, they used to attach records of audio with comic books. And one of the comic books that we got was a Batman comic book that featured Man-Bat.
Yeah.
And it was the creepiest shit. Like when I was a little kid, it scared... Man-Bat scared the shit out of me.
Another. I can't believe I'm, again, attaching this to Arkham Knight. Because, again, get used to it. Arkham Revisited on our feed. You'll hear all my thoughts about Batman Arkham games. Yeah. But anyway, there is a side mission in Arkham Knight where you have to cure Man-Bat. Ugh. And I've played through Arkham Knight. I played through the first part like a couple times. I'm getting ready to do it again for the Arkham Revisited series. But every time I play it, it's triggered at a certain point. I can't remember after which story mission, but after you finish one of the main story missions, it happens. It's a triggered event. I go my grapple hook to go up on a building, and then out another like that, and fucking Man-Bat is on the ledge, and it's the scariest fucking shit I've ever seen. Because if you've seen what a bat looks like,
will you do the screaming?
That's not what it sounds like, but that's what my head sounds like.
That's got to be a drop, dude.
I'm a bat. I'm a Man-Bat. I don't know why it's Joe Walsh, but
you know what though? We're gonna write a 70s glam rock song called "I'm a Man-Bat."
Well, I want it to sound like fucking Rocky Mountain Way or something like that. Like Joe Walsh.
I want Black Sabbath.
No,
style.
like Foghat.
T-Rex.
Black Sabbath. He's a man.
Wow.
Where are we? Oh, yeah. So the unsuspecting Denzians of Gotham scream for
Denizens.
Batman's head, believing that Man-Bat's nightly hunts, whatever you want to say, is the Dark Knight's bloodthirsty return to action.
Whatever.
Bruce dons the cape and cowl once more to clear his name and solve the mystery behind these attacks.
Wow. You know what? I like that pitch. Keep going. What is it?
So Dick eventually ends up in Arkham Asylum under Crane's unsympathetic watch, and Kirk struggles with it. My mic stand just went out.
I didn't know what happened. I was just like, you read something that you wrote that you didn't.
My mic's
Okay.
my mic keeps fucking me today. So Kirk struggles with his man versus monster. So Crane just says fuck it as Kirk Langstrom fights with his man versus monster syndrome, and longs as both to reunite with his wife and get revenge on Crane. And at the end of the script, Batman gives you're gonna love this. At the end of the script, Batman gives Commissioner Gordon a red cell phone, letting him know that he's back on duty. And as Batman cape flutters in the wind, a crow flies by him and lands on the window of Tech's clothing shop. The silhouette of a man with a top hat can be seen. So the ending of this was going to tease Mad Hatter after all this. Are you all right?
God. How many fucking villains do we have to keep just dragging through? You know, that's what I didn't like about Batman Returns is that they started the whole shoehorning two villain.
Yeah, well, I mean,
two villains into
yeah,
and then
Shrek
now
and
it's like
Penguin,
three
yeah.
and shit sometimes. But anyway, no, I
honestly, some of these don't sound that bad. Like some
elements of them are neat.
Yeah, like I love the idea of
yeah.
Scarecrow and Man-Bat being in the same movie.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, and here's excuse me.
Dude, what's going on? Gotta get comfortable.
I'm not gonna get comfortable over here. I was reading this article about how the TV like we don't have a rogues gallery of Batman's rogues gallery like we do today without the 60s TV show. And it's interesting to me because like by the time the show came out in the 60s, like Catwoman hadn't been around in like 10 years. Mr. Freeze wasn't a guy. He was a Mr. Zero who showed up once and never did again. And like
the animated series rewrote a lot of these origins too.
Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of cool. Like, it's just funny to me. Like they're talking about like the Mad Hatter and stuff. And like, you know, before the 60s TV show, it was like he really just.
Well, and dude,
he really just fucked around with Robin.
Mad Hatter
captured robbers, like random robbers and shit.
Mad Hatter is such a fucking C-list villain. Let alone C-list.
You know
He's a C-list Batman villain.
You're gonna go there? Give me fucking Gentleman Ghost shit
or the Clue Master. Because yeah, DC has a Clue Master and a Riddler. Why?
And a trickster.
So we have one more movie to talk about, and you're gonna find this very interesting. Darren Aronofsky's Batman
I've heard
Year
of this.
One. And it only
this is fucking literally batshit insane is where they got the phrase was.
Honestly, it would completely deconstruct the character, and I kind of like it. But
this is good.
It only shares the name. It has nothing to do with Batman Year One. The
Pretty
Frank
much
Miller book.
Not at all. Yeah.
So in it, Bruce Wayne wasn't an orphan billionaire raised by family's butler Alfred at Wayne Manor. Instead, he lost all of his fortune following the death of his parents and was left homeless. Bruce was then taken by a man named Big Al, the African-American owner of an auto repair and former Vietnam War combat medic. So already we're completely flipping it.
Oh yeah,
head.
dude. Aronofsky was like, at the end of this script, I'm going to call it Batman no matter what I come up with, is what he was saying while he was writing it.
Yeah, and I'm over here like,
yeah.
You do your thing, man.
But this is really actually it's interesting. Is the best thing I can say. About
So
it.
Aronofsky says his inspirations of the film were Death Wish and The French Connection. Okay, and even compared his version of Bruce Wayne Batman with Taxi Driver's Travis Bickle, saying he wanted to infuse the story with a dose of reality, and what better than taking away all of his fortune and growing up in the streets of Gotham City, where he truly got a taste of what the citizens were going through. So now that aspect of the story
sounds a lot like
sense.
Matt Reeves. What he's going for.
Yeah, and it also kind of sounds like when in Batman Begins, when he is living amongst this, he's living in the slums of that city before he meets Ra's al Ghul. So like there's kind of those elements in Batman Begins and other stuff.
Sure.
So yeah,
but yeah, that's about as far as we get.
Yeah. So in Aronofsky's version,
takes a left.
However, it happened a little differently than you would think. So given that Bruce Wayne lost his fortune, he wouldn't have the resources to go on a trip like what he did to learn martial arts in Batman Begins,
right.
And instead learned through various books. He read a lot of various types of combat and practiced until he mastered all those moves.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally the
montage.
Dude, the fucking the 2014 TMNT reboot, that was the plot. Was Splinter finds a book and teaches them from reading the book. So they stole it from this. So in Aronofsky's version,
terrible.
So it's just amazing.
No, it's basically Karate Kid before he meets Mr. Miyagi,
and then he becomes Batman.
Yeah.
So in addition to that, he earned the name Batman under very different circumstances. Although Bruce also learned a lot about chemistry through books and created a number of chemical-based weapons, one of his most significant objects was a ring with his father's initials, TW.
Okay.
So when he punched criminals, the ring left an imprint similar to the shape of a bat, and so the media began calling the mysterious vigilante Batman. Why are you overthinking this, Aronofsky?
No shit, dude. Just fucking.
It's a man in a bat suit. It's a fucking comic book movie. God damn it!
An old creepy dude who somehow has Jennifer Lawrence as your girlfriend. So just be happy with that.
Jeez,
not at the time.
It feels like a low blow. Don't talk about Tyler's Batman. The Batcave was also the headquarters.
Aronofsky seems like one of those Roman Polanski types who is just weird and creepy, and some people have taken it as he's an auteur, and it kind of makes me sick a little bit.
In addition to that, wrong part. The Batcave was also the headquarters of Batman, and is located beneath his personal residence in Wayne Manor. Aronofsky's version would have changed this element from Batman's world by locating it in an abandoned subway station. As for the Batmobile,
a lot like Matt Reeves' vision.
Yeah. And as for the Batmobile, and given that Bruce grew up in a repair shop, it would have been a tricked out Lincoln Continental with blacked out windows and bus engines under the hood, very far from the usual made from scratch Batmobile. There's some elements that I think are interesting.
I think some of them are showing up in this new one.
You know what, Tyler? This would make because he's a gearhead in the Matt Reeves one, and it's pretty much. I love that the Batmobile is just a muscle car. Like I love
that's
that.
fine. I'm actually cool with that.
I do think there are some elements of this.
You want to know why I'm cool with it? Because I saw that fucking rubbery shit show that was the Batmobile in fucking Batman Forever. Fucking gross. That big giant fin.
And honestly, the little bit that we saw of Batflex was cool. I like that. I like the sleek design of it.
I'm not gonna say that the whole kind of transition from a Batmobile into the Nolan, which was basically like
the tumbler into the bike.
Yeah, like basically the Batmobile for a couple of movies into Snyder even was a big kind of militarized vehicle.
It's like a tank.
Which was I was cool with that too.
Yeah.
But I also like the idea of going back to basics. Less is more.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, I think that's what I think so interesting about this Batman movie, because Reeves is making a completely different approach to Batman, and we haven't seen something like that in a while. We haven't seen this a new approach on Batman since, you could say 2016, but I feel like what I'm talking about is like a full-on reinventing of the character. We haven't seen that since Batman Begins.
Not really, no. If you want to say it, it's not the same Batman, but Affleck continued a lot of the
and I don't even
things that Nolan set up.
Well,
in his version,
I don't even consider Batfleck to to count personally because he didn't have a solo movie. I'm talking about like a solo.
I count
Batman.
Bad Fleck because he was fucking great.
No, he
really
was.
him.
But what I'm saying in like,
sure, I get you.
He didn't have a movie to kind of define his Batman.
But he was the most intimidating. You gotta be
because he's a big motherfucker.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited to see how he approaches this, and because it feels like he's pulling different elements from contemporary Batman stories, and I really like that because he's using the idea that Andy Serkis's Alfred is actually a badass. Like he taught him how to fight, which is like okay, so that's something they pulled from current comics. Like Jeff Johns' Batman has Alfred teach him how to fight, and then like what we were talking about, some of the it looks like some of the elements from Aronofsky are creeping into this, and some of that stuff.
Nobody ever that I can remember was sitting around going, who should be like a total badass in like secret? Alfred Pennyworth.
It's like a whole show about him.
Oh my god! And it's like
I don't
give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't fucking give a fuck.
I'm excited. I'm also, what I'm really excited about is Colin Farrell's Penguin. I want to see what he could do with that character.
I honestly
also Zoe Kravitz is gonna fucking kill it. She kills it and everything.
I've read a lot of good stuff about her interpretation. I've read that a lot of this movie is character driven. Good. I'm cool with that.
Reeves himself said it's a villain story. Like it's a villain's origin story, and he's not gonna.
It does not look like or sound like Colin Farrell at all. So good on you already, man.
And man, that fucking score is so good. That main theme. Ugh. I love that. What Matt Reeves said is he wanted it more like Kurt Cobain, Bruce Wayne. So. Which I did not mean for that to rhyme, but
Kurt Cobain,
I like that.
Bruce Wayne.
But and Pattinson said even his Batman voice is going to be different. He said he goes like everybody wants to do this gravelly one. I did something more of like a whisper, of like more of a something that's like just and what I've seen of him, and I've been doing dude, they've been dropping too many fucking clips for this movie. I've been just avoiding everything. After I watched that last trailer, I'm like, I don't need to see any more. I'm going to see this movie. I'm done. I don't need to see any more. I don't want any more fucking clips or trailers. But what I have seen, he has more like a deeper whisper tone, which is a different interpretation. Because you and I have talked about this. I want to see different interpretations of Batman. Sure. I want to see, because that's what comic books are about. Is like Batman has so many different origin books. Yeah. The only uniting force is his parents are shot. That's the only thing that people are like, okay, that is the jumping off point. From there, tell however Batman story you want to tell. Yeah.
Except for Darren era fucking Nofsky, apparently.
Yeah. Anyway, so that is a weird episode, almost hour and a half. Talked about Bacon Fest, talked about books, talked about Batman.
I talked about titties at the beginning.
Yes! Bad mother crusher. Pizza time. What? Ooh. And that's it.